lot of children are going to learn to read with just this Kickstarter phonics, high frequency grapheme to phoneme correspondences, like the S being a S, like in the word sip. We always put it obviously within meaningful context, never isolated graphemes, just like that. But at least 25% of children, and especially our neurodivergent students, are not going to go from this, which is basically they can pass the UK phonics screener, they can read all the decodable books, etc. They're not going to go past that into the phase of self-teaching. I call it the I can read without you self-teaching phase. It links with David Sher's work, self-teaching hypothesis. Anyway, so what I want you to do, if you've got a child you think may be dyslexic, you've got a child who in fact, it's funny, it's sort of the children who are at risk of dyslexia, we do this stuff to make life easier. When you've got a child who is autistic, it tends to be that actually, you know, so that's to prevent issues because you're overcoming the phonemic awareness, etc. When we've got autistic children, we use the monsters because it just means that they get to that self-teaching phase ridiculously quickly, often much more quickly than your neurotypical children. But anyway, that's for another webinar. Now, all these monsters just say an English sound. So a dog says woof, whatever. These monsters say a different sound. They don't go woof or meow or whatever like other characters. They'll go eh. For example, you know, or. So that monster says or. That flashes up is just phonetic symbols. So if you're a speech pathologist or you understand, you know, the universal spelling code, the IPA, you'll see those little phonetic symbols. So basically the children, it just flashes up. The children don't really take much notice of it until they start go, oh, hold on. And they actually learn the phonetic symbols as well. But we're not explicitly teaching that. So these monsters just say an English speech sound. Now, when you've got a child who has poor phonemic awareness, or you think there might be an issue, or just because you want to make life easier, when we're doing phonemic awareness, we might do something like, say, you know, come, come with me, we're going to the park, come, with, me, to the other, and the children do it that quickly as well. The multi-sensory of doing your duck counts from left to right, we're not counting, we're doing them left to right. So if they can't count, it doesn't matter, we're just literally going come, because those three speech sounds you used when we talk on paper, they're going to go down on paper. So if we used our duck counts come and our speech sound lines come, let's just check it, come, yep, so I don't need to change it. Speech sound numbers come, yeah, absolutely perfect, got it laid out, ready to talk on paper. So we're going to have the monster because the monsters. So we've got the monster, the monster, the monster, So they don't need to play that. They just go, oh, come, okay, monsters, sorry, I added a little schwa there, didn't I? Come. Now, even if you've got a child and you haven't even introduced the graphemes yet, that is setting up their brain to be able to understand that, for example, in this word, the picture of the k looks like this. The picture of the sound in this word looks like this. And the picture for the sound in this word looks like this. So if they can do that first stage, show them the word, they can write down what the graphemes are. Or you can also do it with a group. So you might have done just a group like your regular phonics programs with at, put, it, where they're, you know, doing loads and loads of words with at, put, it, But understand that just because a child's got good phonemic awareness and they can go at cat, you know, or give me the sounds in cat and they'll go at cat, or you'll say, what's the word, you know, she, and they say she, etc. The monsters also help because it shows, like, I know that's the E there is the representation, the sound pick for the E there, but we might come to other words where the E, look, there's the E monster, is a different sandpit. So it just means everything's visual, everything's really easy. But when you're doing phonemic awareness, please use that bridge. Now, I used to just do it with a strip for Satpin. I now give the children the whole lot. And that is especially if I've got autistic children, because they want the whole thing organised. They would get very cross with me, because a lot of them would get very cross with me because they're so all over the place. But yeah, so with children, I'm doing very, very simply, what word shall we spell? How should we talk? We know we're going to talk on paper. Which word do you want to use? So they might say park, you know, or they might say Scooby. And so we'll go, okay, give me the duck hands for Scooby. Scooby, Scooby. Yes, that's right. Give me the speech sound lines. Scooby, Scooby. If they're 2 and 3, you might need to do it for them. Scooby, Scooby, or give them cards with lines on. Scooby, Scooby. Speech sound numbers, you might need to just give them cards if they can't write themselves. Scooby, Scooby. Even if you did that bit, then let your child put the monsters on. Doesn't matter about the graphemes or their phonics instruction or whatever. You don't have to wait to spell Scooby. Scoo. Ooh. B. E. Oh, look, there's that monster. E. Scooby, Scooby. Let's just check it.
Ooh. B. E.
Scooby. And then they'll say, but Mummy, how do I write it? What are the sandpicks? And then you show them. Scooby, Scooby. And they go, oh, okay. So, or they ask you to draw the pictures of the sounds. Picture for the oo, picture for the b, picture for the e in this word. Looks like that. Scooby. That's how you teach a child to read and spell really quickly. Unfortunately, what most phonics programs do is they'll go, what's that word? Oh, so much harder. So much easier to go, what word shall we build? Duck hands, speech sound lines, speech sound numbers, speech sound monsters. Let me show you the picture of the sounds in this word. And that is what helps us, the children, the highest number of children, store in their mental dictionary, their orthographic lexicon. Easy.